What's going on, doozers, and welcome to another episode of the Townsend Project. We are standing outside of the shopping district, and that is because I got another little rumor that we made some sales. So we're just going to run up quick. Now, the only shop that I have is the iron shop. With everybody, as of episode 6, seems like everybody made creeper farms. So, it doesn't really seem like much of a point to selling gunpowder if everybody can make it. So, at least I have a good supply. But I still have all the diamonds. All the diamonds. Okay, so these are 2 for 32, but Chaos has a special deal with me where he pays 1 diamond each. That's probably going to be him. And I need to make some room in my inventory so I can actually pick these diamonds up. So, let's see. I don't need that. So, let's go ahead and grab these. And then... Uh-oh. 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 I'm missing a chest. I'm still a little confused by a sign I saw earlier. When I was AFKing, I had seen a sign that said, "The thief in the night struck again." And I've got it linked over on, or at the beginning of this video too. It was in black and white. I don't see my gold chest in any of that. But nobody could have gotten it out of the ender chest. What the... What the... Guys, I'm pretty sure, not even pretty sure, I'm 100% sure I have been pranked. I am the thief in the night. B-I-B-I? To you... I know what that part says. Bye-bye to your diamonds? I'm going to have to do some searching into this one. Let me start working on this and figure out what the heck just happened. And then we'll be right back. Alright, guys. Well, we got that all cleaned up. And I will say this. I mean, whoever did it definitely had access to some material. And I'm going to take a guess. And it's just a guess. That there is only one person on the server who could do this. And I think that we're going to get him back. So, The thing with creeper heads is that they don't drop that often. Even with a looting 3 sword, you're not going to get a lot of mob heads. And we're not using any mod packs, which tells me, for starters, that this has to be somebody who can get into the admin settings. Now, of those, there's only 3 of us. Myself, Aragar, and a monster beast. And, well, let's face facts. We all know that a monster beast can be a troll. So, the question of the day is, how do we get him back? Because I have all of these creeper heads, and he has my diamond box. So, I think we're going to have to take a quick trip over to his house and see if I can maybe spot my diamond box and maybe leave him a present too. I'm going to teach you how to do a little bit of griefing. So what happens when you've got somebody who likes to prank you and you have God mode? Well, you do this. So let's start out with the basics. What are we going to need? Well, we are going to need some dispensers. We're going to need some redstone dust, some repeaters. We are going to need a sticky piston because we need to make a monostable circuit. We need a block of your choice. I'm going to use stone, some tripwire, and some string. So let's get right into the build, huh? Let's do it over here. So we're going to start with the basics. If you put a tripwire down, and then you lay a whole bunch of string, and then another tripwire, this is going to connect to each other. So now it activates. Then what we're going to do is we're going to dig down a little bit. And we're going to start putting in our redstone dust. So we're going to put a dot underneath the block that your tripwire is connected to, because as you can see, we're going to go right over it. Then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to put in a sticky piston. Because as you can see, whenever I'm on it, that piston extends. When I come off of it, it retracts. So we're going to make a monostable circuit by putting a block on top, followed by a repeater. Now, this is going to take that solid on-off and make it a on, and then a second time going through will make it an off. We're going to put that into another sticky piston attached to an observer. Now, what we're going to be doing is making an observer clock. So we're going to put our observer right there. We're going to put another observer right there. Now, when this piston pushes this observer over in front of this one, it's just going to keep flashing. So from that, what we're going to do is we're going to dig out some more. In this area, you're going to need to be 2 wide. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we are going to put in a bunch of repeaters just like this. And these repeaters are going to power these blocks when they have a signal. We're going to come out, and we're going to put in another repeater to lengthen the signal again. And we're going to hook all of those up to that clock. Now you're going to take out this row right here. And this is where we're going to put all of our dispensers. So now this entire circuit is done. Everything's ready to rock and roll. The only thing we got to do is cover up what we did. So let me cover this up real quick. Now, you can hide this however you want. You can put bushes, you could put blocks around it, sink it one into the ground so it's a little bit harder to see. There's a lot of options for what you do here. Now, I'm going to use fireworks for this. No, I'm not. Let's use what I'm actually going to use for this prank. So we're going to use some creeper eggs. So your next thing is going to be filling these up with whatever you're going to be using for your prank. Now, I'm not normally a big one for pranking people. I kind of like to just get along with everybody. But I will tell you, if you ever have the chance, or you have a server, somebody on a server who likes to prank you, this is a great way to get even with them. So you've got your tripwire set up. And ideally, you want to hide this so that they can't see these tripwire hooks, because seeing the tripwire itself is really hard, but the hooks are really visible. And then again, hiding that the dispensers are another key thing. Now, if you don't necessarily want to destroy their entire base or whatever, or you just want to have some fun with them, that's fine. But again, just remember, like, creepers are going to blow everything up. So don't do this to anybody unless you're willing to help clean up or roll back a server. So how does it work? Well, they walk across it, and it just starts going to town. Now, it will stop the minute you go back over it. So let's do game rule, do mob spawning true. So we're going to set this over to peaceful, and we are going to make sure that we stay in creative. And now when I go over this, it's just going to make a bazillion mobs. Now, one thing you do want to do is obviously don't put 64 in there. I typically do like 5, maybe 6. So in any case, guys, that is 100% how you can grief a person on a server. Now, again, you have to have access to things like creative commands in order to summon in the spawn eggs. And again, I mean, I can't stress this enough. Don't do this to somebody who can't roll back their base. I mean, if you're going to be blowing stuff up, especially with creepers, it could just be a bad day. Now, zombies, on the other hand, could be really fun. The other nice thing is that mobs spawned like that don't count against the mob cap. So that's something to consider when you're doing this. But again, please use this responsibly. So unfortunately, guys, a bunch of the video that I took over at a Monster Beast's base actually setting up this booby trap, I've got the audio, but I don't have any of the video. I accidentally recorded my Discord chat for about an hour. In any case, we did get that booby trap set up, and hopefully we'll get some video of that over at a Monster Beast's channel. In the meantime, I finally got some work done cleaning up my base, and we got all the chests set up and organized. So now we're going to bring you back with our brand new clean and organized storage units. Okay, guys, so we are doing a lot better now. As you can see, everything is organized, and more importantly, look at all the stone that we have. That's right, we have tons of it. And that's a good thing too, because I'm not quite sure how tall I'm going to make this. I know we're going to be bringing it up relatively high, so I got to make sure that we have the space. But at the same time, this is going to be one of our first main towers. It's going to be one of the first ones that we see, and we've got to get that low dome roof on it still. And I want to be mindful of scale. I want it to be taller than the mountains, and I want it to be taller than the temple, but at the same token, I don't want it to be outlandishly tall where you look at it and go, no. Now, that being said, one of the other things we completed, we did complete the terraforming over here. So we've got our super smelter hidden back up again. And then we are going to be going through and cleaning up the bottoms and changing out some of these stones as we're going. This is really just getting everything kind of in place. What I like to do is kind of get my initial design done the way I want it. And then I can go through from the initial design and really clean it up and make it look really pretty. And that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to get some banners hanging in here, get a couple other floors going in. And maybe we'll do right here in the center, maybe a spiral staircase going up. I'm not quite sure what I want to do there yet. Now, I did put bottom slabs across the floor. So this area here is now spawn proof. And then I left my bed laying there because I kind of like the way that looks. It kind of looks like just like a sleeping bag sitting up there, but it's also functional. So I can come here and lay down in it. Which is absolutely fantastic. Now, unfortunately, because of the game settings, I can't sleep away the thunderstorm, which I would really like to right now. So, I am going to get back to work on some of this. We're going to start getting some more of the area cleaned up. Now, I did leave this area over here for kind of an AFK spot. And then this is currently my entrance down into the slime farm. That is eventually going to be restructured and turned into a storage unit. It's going to go in the storage system. And again, the storage system we have is really just a temporary one. This is just to get everything organized so that I can figure out what exactly I need as far as in a sorting system. And then I can go about getting it all sorted out. So let me get to work on building up these walls a little bit higher and getting a final height. We'll be right back. Okay, guys. Well, I think we're getting pretty well into this. Now, I do have the shaders on because, again, like I said before, this is the way I build. I get my outside shapes, I get my bulk shapes done, and then when I start doing the interior, I turn my shaders on just to see how it feels, how it looks. So what we have going on is we do have these campfires up front with hay bales underneath of them. And that's because doing it that way, they put out this giant plume of smoke instead of the little ones. You also start getting a little bit bigger of these, the fire animations jumping out, like the spitting. And I really want this to have like an ominous feel to it. In the center, we have the blue glazed terracotta. And then this white stained glass going around that kind of like is a barrier from the priests of Syrinx to the commoners. Now, on this, in this area, we have this stone altar with their what they consider to be relics of science. So you have your compass or timekeeper, you have the bell. And again, it comes back to the censorship. These guys up here censor everybody else and make them believe what they want to believe, make them do what they want to do. And it's all about giving that sense of dominance. And by putting on this giant dais in front here, it does just that. It really gives you a sense of ominous, like there's something, like you're insignificant when you're standing below. Now, up above, let's see here. Let me get my, I really hope, you know, I don't need my rockets. I can just climb. So up above what I have is, this goes all the way up to here. And I decided that I think right here is going to be the ground level on the upper side of the temple. This is where it's going to be an entrance into it. And this little design I have here, I might tweak it a little bit, but I'm going to run that all the way around this So it's just going to keep bouncing over and over and over. So you're going to have this real open air Coliseum type feel up on this top floor. And then we're going to be putting the domed roof over top of that. And I'm debating, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but I'm debating about leaving this opening here so that the smoke still billows out of it like it is. Just, again, keeping with that eerie, ominous feeling. But at the same token, we could run the quartz slabs straight across. And the nice thing about running the quartz slabs is it will block all of that off. And this will be like almost like a airy, well, like I said, it's got that Coliseum feel. So if it's all closed off, it'll kind of like that sophisticated, we have technology, but you don't type feel. There's still a lot I'm working out with this design inside here. So as we're going, I think we just had a guy behind us with a rice rocket. So we're still working on some of this stuff. Oh, that is awesome. So I will bring you back as soon as we get a little bit more done. But I tell you what, having an organized item storage system is making this a lot easier. So we'll see where we get to from here. All right, guys. So I think that's going to about wrap us up today. I'm just logging back into the server. Yesterday I was very busy. I had a little bit of news regarding a family member, and I'm not going to get into it too much in detail here. However, it is possibly going to delay my video for this weekend. I might not be live streaming. I'm not 100% sure. We did do a little bit of AFKing over at our gunpowder farm. We got a shulker box and a half of the gunpowder now. So I think everything's pretty much set. If this is another prank, I swear. I swear. Base warming gift from Doodle. Ooh. Oh, Doodle, I love you. So if you're not subscribed to her, go over to YouTube. Well, you're already at YouTube. I mean, I'm pretty dense today. It's been a long week. So go over and check out Doodle Moose's videos. She is a former school teacher. I think she's, well, she's very much an artist also. And 100% go check out her page. So give her a subscribe. And one of the other things we're going to be working on is we are currently working on updating our intro music and the intro itself. So stay tuned. I have the base concept of my intro music by a friend of mine named Keith Psycho. He's also on YouTube. Pop over and check out some of his audio stuff. He is a one-man band. He does a lot of the like gamer dubstep / heavy metal stuff. So 100% shout out to him. He's been doing a lot of good work for me, and his music is absolutely fantastic. So I think that's going to wrap us up for today. Let's see here. Mob drops. Yeah, see, we've got shulker box, two and a half shulker boxes of gunpowder, and about a half a box worth of wool. So we're looking pretty good right now. That being said, I'm going to get back to work on laying out the floors, and next episode we'll be putting on a roof and taking care of these, the Coliseum facades around the side here, getting the lighting done and everything else. So guys, as always, I appreciate you. I love you. You're the best. And if you're watching this video, do me a favor, guys. If you liked what you saw, hit the like button. Drop me a comment if you have any suggestions for some of these base concepts I'm working on. Again, I've never done anything like this before. I've always been breaking my base doing this. I have always been very much a modern builder, not a creative or what's the word? Words and me don't get along when I'm using a mouse and keyboard. I'm very much a modern builder, so working in this style, if you guys have any ideas, tips, anything like that, I'd love to hear it. You can tweet me over at DoozerIM, or you can hit me up on Diamond Doozer on Facebook.com. But in any case, do me a favor, click the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload any new stuff. And that being said, guys, I'm Diamond Doozer, and I'm out.